Yes, the real estate market in and around Boston. It's always a hot topic for discussion. But with so many factors affecting it one way or the other, we here at Urban Update periodically check with our friends at Lamacchia Realty. This morning, we've invited Anthony Lamacchia, broker and owner of the Realty. Welcome to Urban Update.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, you've been here a couple years, right?
I have, yes.
So I've got you on record.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Last year, you made some predictions about, you came on around this time. So let's kind of go over what 2015 was and some of your predictions. You got most of them right.
Yeah.
And a couple of them not so
One of them not quite right. I was close, but I wasn't quite right. So 2015 was an awesome year for housing. It obviously started off very slowly. We all know why with the snow. But we ended up, home prices up 4% statewide, up more than that here in Boston. Overall sales were up 9%. So it was a very, very good year. Started late, but it was definitely a good year. The prediction that I had made is I had said it would be the biggest year since 2006, and I thought we'd beat 06. I'm sorry, I said it would be the biggest year since 05, thinking we'd beat 06. We came up just short. There were 84,000 homes sold in Massachusetts in 2015. In 2006, there were 88. So I'm going to make the prediction again.
All right.
We're going to beat 06 this year.
We're going to beat 06. You're on record now. You heard him.
Unless the economy falls out like it never has before, I don't see how that won't happen. We're getting such an early start this year.
That's why. Did the weather impact it? Because last year you got the snow, and this year you got a mild winter.
It did, but I was still wrong because even halfway through the year I said, I think we're going to make up for it, and it was strong. You know, we had 7 months in a row of positive home sales from May on, but there wasn't enough time. We ran out of months.
Right. Now, you wrote a blog, and I saw it, in which you say that those who list certain times of year, like early winter, they sell high. How does that work?
So that's a key secret for home sellers, and you know, I think a quarter of the home sellers believe it and take advantage of it, and most of them don't.
Okay.
There is absolutely, positively no doubt that those who list late January, February, early March do better than everyone else. And the reason for that is supply and demand. This entire business, the whole real estate market, everybody studies it every different way. All it comes down to is supply and demand. In the winter, there's less supply, but there's a big supply of buyers. So the demand is huge, the supply is low, and what happens, buyers start fighting over properties, there's multiple offers, properties selling over asking price, and we've been experiencing a lot of that over the last couple of months.
All right, let's get into Boston. Real estate in Boston is always a hot topic.
Yes.
But, you know, we're talking off camera, GE coming in, so you're reading all this stuff that's going on in East Boston, all these developments.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so what's your take on it?
My take is there's absolutely no doubt that things are booming here in Boston. I will tell you that I'm especially happy to see over the last few years development really kick into gear. Because what we tend to see a pattern of is prices going up and then people saying, oh my God, it's getting too unaffordable. And then every time a new development project gets proposed, whether it be here in Boston or outside, the same people that complain about the prices going up say, oh, I don't want that project. The only way to get prices to stop going up at such a high rate is to increase the supply. Again, back to supply and demand. So I love to see all the development that's going on in Boston. I wish we were seeing more of it outside of Boston. I think Boston has really jumped on the track of pro-development in the last couple of years with the new mayor. And I don't quite see that outside. It's improving, but not as much as I'd like.
All right, so let's talk about that. What do you mean by outside? What are the kind of cities and towns, and how far out?
I live in Watertown, Waltham. You know, everywhere you go, and don't get me wrong, building is increasing. We've got some builder clients out in Worcester County that are doing more and more building, but there could be even more. The demand out there is significant from buyers, and I know that if there was more supply, it would help without having prices do this. You look at our cycles since 1990, up, down, and it would be, the ups wouldn't go as high if we had more of a steady flow of supply.
Now, what happens to the folks, because you talk about buying and selling, so how about the folks who rent? Are they kind of, not the victims here, but maybe the affected the most, maybe adversely?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the biggest reasons that I think rents have gone up, obviously there's more people that want to live closer to the city. Okay, that's one. So they want to live closer to the city, so they're willing to pay a price for that. But when I talk about buyer demand, there would be significantly more buyer demand if student loans weren't such a problem.
Still a big thing,
I know you and I talked about that earlier. Student loans are holding people back from buying. They're having trouble saving for down payments because they're paying hundreds of dollars a month in student loans. Okay, I don't know the exact answer. I'm not claiming to have it, but without a doubt, that's having an impact in holding people back from buying. You know, last year when I was here, I mentioned how less than 30% of all buyers were first-time buyers. Historically, it's been over 40%. Last year at this time, I said, well, we hope it gets better in 15. It didn't get better.
Right.
Now we're getting into 16. It's not getting better.
All right, I'm going to give you a last chance to look into your crystal ball.
Yeah.
Your crystal real estate ball.
Yep.
What do you expect for the rest of the year? Interest rates up, down?
Well, I think that, like I said, no doubt it's going to be the biggest year since 05. I know I said that
On
last year,
record.
but I believe it. I'll be shocked if that doesn't happen. It's going to be a big year. There's no doubt about it. What's going to happen with interest rates, you asked. Again, I don't have a crystal ball for that, but I would be very surprised if they went up. The global economy, being as weak as it is actually helping our interest rates. So we're getting the best of both worlds right now. We have a strong American economy, but the global economy is hurting. That's keeping interest rates down.
Good.
So that's a good thing. So I don't expect them to go up very much this year.
All right, well.
I hope I'm right about
We'll see
that.
you next year.
All right.
Maybe you'll look a little younger.
I hope
Do
so.
some miracles.
I don't think so. That's not happening.
All right, my friend. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We'll take a quick short break, and we'll be right back here on Urban Update.